What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Kurtyoy and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video we've got another transfer targets video. That's tomorrow. We've got another transfers video where we talk about the recent or kind of recent transfers into the Premier League and discuss them, look at them, see what they could do. Are they good, are they bad, are they whatever? I'll get that out in the end. I've tried this a few times. I'm keeping with this one. Although I mentioned transfer targets earlier, tomorrow, finally, Leeds transfer targets is there. And then I think the series is going to be stopping. Next season, hopefully, I'll be doing it a lot sooner. Maybe a few weeks before, so I can get all the clubs in before they start making signings. Now, like the Leeds ones, I've made it. About to record it. Obviously, I had to, stop uploading for the weekend. My plan was to continue upload. But yeah. And then Leeds have made 2 more signings since I've already planned out everything, so it makes it harder to do now. So I'm going to leave it for this season. Leeds will be the last one. It's half me to say, but yeah, we're going to start off with the transfers and start off with a goalkeeper of questionable ability moving to Brighton. And of course we start off with Matthew Ryan, who's left Valencia to join Brighton. Now, admittedly, he wasn't at Valencia last season. He was on loan to Gent, I believe, something like that, in the Belgian league. So stats are from those games. He only played 6 games though last season. 4 goals conceded, 3 clean sheets, no yellow or red cards. Can't really tell much from that. Only 6 games, 3 clean sheets though. It's been impressive. And I stand by what I say. You don't need to be a top class goalkeeper. I'm playing the top class leagues. Top class shots come from anywhere, any player. I could come up with a shot that's a world beater occasionally, not too often. But as for that one, I'm guessing 4.5 million. There's nothing too much to it. Brighton have lost Stockdale, so I believe he will retake the first team spot. So 4.5 million, I'm assuming he is. He shouldn't be any more. Could be a really, really good signing if you choose to get him. And Brighton rotating with Huddersfield could be a good little 4.5 million combo in goal. Next up, we've got one of the massive signings of this window. It is Mo Salah joining Liverpool from Roma. Now it's an interesting one. He could go in attack or midfield in terms of his position selection. I believe he might make it into the field. Valued around 8 million, I'm saying maybe 8.5 at a push. His stats though for last season for Roma are pretty impressive. 31 games, 15 goals, 13 assists and just 2 yellow cards. And they show that maybe he's not tracking back as much, but also you're not going to get those minus points that could hinder your chance of getting those 3 bonus points. But those stats are phenomenal. Yes, I mean, we are biased in England, but I do believe we have the toughest league to play in. There's a reason why so many players come over here and struggle, and that is because it's a tough league to play against. You're not, the weaker sides in the team and in the league, statistically are stronger in our division than they are anywhere else. So there's going to be tougher to break down a Burnley. But he has played in the Premier League before for Chelsea. Not beaten the world. Played a couple of games into the double figures of games, just 2 goals. Which is slightly worrying, but he proves to be a vital part of Liverpool. I think they lost a lot, and they lost a lot of momentum when Mane left. Now there were other times where they lost momentum. I don't think it was the only reason, but they didn't have that other player to break through with pace. Sturridge, I think, is not as good as he once was, or needs to get that fitness back. And Origi is more of a centralised striker, not as fast as Mane. Salah is rapid, and he gives you that other option. Could play both at the same time, and if one goes out, you still got one to rely upon. So it's really, really good looking for Liverpool. As for that, I'd say he's looking like maybe a must-have. It depends on the price of other midfielders like Coutinho, Firmino, Mane. Depends who else they sign, who they play in pre-season. Because looking at them, they've got 4 attacking midfielders now. One of them has to miss out, surely. So interesting one. But I'd say if his price is good, he could be a little banker. Next, we've got a signing for Huddersfield, Mr. Defoe, I believe, or let's call him Defoe. But let's call him Defoe. I'll run with it. He joins from Porto. He's an attacker. I believe he'll be priced around 5.5, maybe 6. I'm looking at 5.5 though. Last season, 7 goals, 7 games, 1 goal, 1 assist. No yellow cards, no red cards. So not too good, but I feel like he could do well. He's been described as a proper striker by the Huddersfield manager, Mr. Wagner. I'm not too sure on it. He hasn't had enough time to prove it, just like the Ryan one. Earlier on we did Begovic and Solanke. Again, you can't really gauge too much into that. But if I haven't played enough games, you can't really look into the stats too much. at least in double figures, you're looking for the minimum, 10 or above. But he could be good. He could work well. But they've got Naki Wells up there to play with pace. You've got Kurtyoy as well, who's good coming in from the wings. Reggie Van La Parra is something I don't think they have too much of. So it could be a good signing, but I'd reserve judgment on him just yet because we don't know too much about him. Next up, we have Will Hughes joining Watford from Derby. Good signing for Watford. Really good signing. I can't stress that enough. Maybe not for FPL if we look at it, but for Watford, really good signing. He's young. He's English. He's that homegrown talent, which in a heavily foreign player club they need. And I think he's a really good player. He would be one of the best players in the Championship if he was still there. Looking at it, I think his stats, they aren't too good if you're looking at FPL wise. You look at 38 games played, 2 goals, 3 assists, and 10 yellow cards in the league this season. Obviously, the league season can reach 46 games in the Championship, 49 if you reach all the way to the Championship playoff final, which Derby did not. But 38 games played. Hughes is really good. For FPL, I'm not too sure. He could be valued around 6 million, maybe a bit less, but for me, he's nothing better than Fletcher. 6 million is the max he could be. I reckon he could be around 5.5 to 5 million. But yeah, I'm not too sure on him. He could play attacking, could play more defensive. He could go on a barnstorming run. We've seen it from Kurtyoy, go on a barnstorming run at the start of the season. I can't see it. He could be a bit of a hype factor around him. The fact he's young, British, good chance for FPL. I can't see it personally. He couldn't yet, like I say, the stats are there for a reason. We look at that, he's played more defensive this season. He has got potential to play up front or up further forward in attacking midfield. But I think it's best to be safe than to be sorry. So Will Hughes, great signing in real life for Watford. On FPL, I'd steer clear. Lastly, we have probably the most important transfer to talk about, which is Defoe, leaving Sunderland and joining Bournemouth. Now I think it could be valued same as he was last season, around 7 million, 7.5 at a push, because he played 37 games last season, missed out on the last game of the season, 15 goals, 2 assists and just 1 yellow card. He's very much a goal scorer. It's something that could really help Bournemouth, because with Callum Wilson constantly in and out of fitness, Josh King potentially playing in behind them, could be a really good signing. And I think, if he's £7 million, although I really didn't like him for £7 million last season, this season is good. We've seen Bournemouth like to score goals. Yes, I like to concede goals, that's what I'm maybe saying. Begovic is out of the question, there's maybe a questionable one, but they like to score goals. Josh King proved it. You had Matt Ritchie last season, proved you could score goals. Yeah, I think Defoe could easily 15, easily eclipse that. You've also got Wilson. You've got the right sort of people to get pressure on him for that spot. And you're King in behind him. You have the wide players there. It looks good. I think Defoe for 7 million could be good. Anything higher could be maybe a bit too much. 7.5. It could even be lower. For 6.5, I'd say it's definitely worth it. But 7 million, I'd say it's worth it. But also you got to think, if you're not going for those cheaper strikers, you got to cost someone out. Maybe a big player costing out for a slightly less priced player. But yeah, it could be a good signing. And that happens to be that for this video. I hope you have enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think about all 5 of the players I mentioned, which is Ryan, Salah, Defoe, I think I pronounced that right, Hughes, and also Defoe. Let me know all that in the comment section down below. And trust me to go a few days without looking at YouTube or recording YouTube videos for it all to go down. We've got potentially another 3 videos worth after this one coming up. And no doubt by the time I've got them all out, there'll be another 3 videos worth. So hopefully we'll spend a lot of time over the, maybe one day this week, catching up on all of it. Maybe double episodes each day. Who knows? But thank you all for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and peace.